Hello, my friends. It's Kat with Taming the Tangle. And today we're going to talk about the Magician. He is card number 1 in the Major Arcana, holding the place of the Ace in the light cycle. And that is very important because, I have so many people in my life who love the Magician card. Great card, not dissing it. But when you think about it holding the space of the Ace, there's a lot of potential there. And so this is that card of potential. And I enjoy it when I get it, but I'm like at that place in life where I'm like, I want a little bit more than just potential, like I want to be out there doing things. So I can be touch and go on the Magician card. And you can see here in this simple depiction of the Magician from the Everyday Tarot deck that he has on the table in front of him a representation of each of the elements in the Minor Arcana. So the cups, pentacles, swords, and wands. And then he is holding up some other spear, has the infinity symbol, is gesturing also both above and below. This is a fairly traditional depiction of the Magician, and it is, I love the hands going in the two directions because it's showing this calling on celestial energy and earth energy, and that they're mixing together in his vessel of a body in this time and place. And he has, as with magic theory and with magicians who work with magic, that there is a lot of potential. Magic isn't just any one thing. It's all about who's doing the magic, what the intentions are, and how those elements are combined. So there's infinite possibilities. We see that infinity symbol in almost every depiction of the Magician card. And so to know that there are just endless possibilities, and we can use this as a metaphor too, so it doesn't have to be specifically about magic, but that sense of, our lives are magic, like how we blend everything together. And to know, ask yourself, are you fulfilling that potential? Do you feel like you've given yourself all of the different opportunities, all of the different tools, and then you're using them and going, what about this and this? How does that work? How does that result? What about this and this? What if I do it in different aspects, work a little bit less and then spend time with my partner a little bit more, or whatever, like just thinking about how can I continue to recombine these elements and see what magic it creates. I'm going to show you a couple other cards. I'll show you these two together because in these Magician cards, they're both facing you head on as the reader when you lay them out, that the figure is facing you head on. The other cards I have are either facing right or left. That comes into play with how you pull the cards. But this is a really interesting depiction from Mary L. with the full moon, have the sacred geometry, the shrouded figure, and it does give me that sense of potential unformed, that it is kind of what you make of it and what you channel. This card calls definitely on that star energy. It is from the Star Tarot, and lots of intermixing you can see with all of the yin yang symbols on the table in front. So it's kind of cool, and you see the caduceus, the black and the white snakes blending. So there's just lots of references to that idea of blending and combining the potentials. So there's just two other cards too. The Magician is technically partnered with the High Priestess, and the two of them together in one interpretation of the hero's journey, they are the celestial parents, the Magician and the High Priestess. So they work together as sort of that kind of soul shaping and exposing to the different aspects of life, and seeing how they even combine into this hero, into you as you're making your way through all of the cycles of this. So you can experience Magician energy by having somebody like that in your life, and you can also embody it. It all depends on the question, where you're at, what's coming up for you, and how the card shows up in your spread. So it can let you know that you need to be doing more of that, that combining and playing with the alchemical mixtures of aspects of your life. And also, if you've reached a place where you don't feel like there's a lot of potential, or you're really stuck in one rut, one path, the Magician card can show up and let you know there are lots of possibilities. And if you can't find them, to find this type of person in your life, like who is good at giving you that sense of possibility, that you have lots of innate gifts within you, and that you also have lots of gifts of life available to you, and you can start intermixing with those, that you're not set in stone, that you are ever growing, and there's ever multiple paths opening to you at any point in time, you know, and whether you choose to take them or not, but to not reach a point where you stop seeing them, of going, they are there, you know, and how does that serve me, and am I interested in that? So you know, it has that fresh energy of the aces, of going, there's lots of possibility here, there's lots of potential, you know, what are you going to do with it? Are you seeing it? Are you feeling it? Are you opening to it? Are you continuing to take steps? Because it is number one. That is a card of action, you know, the odd number. So wanting you to take some action. It doesn't mean you have to do anything crazy. I mean, you can, but you can also just take some steps and then look around and see how the perspective has changed. So that is my take on the Magician. It's fairly simple and straightforward. You know, as I mentioned, as part of the light journey, it's what I consider to be like the first card in those cycles of 10 that happen in the tarot. So it can be very simple, you know, and I mean, it's filled, like I said, with potential and possibilities. So I'm not saying that the message is simple, but it is like, there's just kind of a lightness to it, going like, okay, you know, I have lots of potential in me. I am a magician. Like, what can I channel to make happen here? And how can I create? You know, it's it is empowering in that way. And it's, you know, it's beautiful. It is calling on the other energies, but trusting in yourself as a creator. You are an act of creation, and you are the vessel for combining all of those energies and then carrying them into this world. So carry forth with that, and let me know how you feel about the Magician. I'd love it if you drop any comments below. Give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and hook up with me over at tamingthetangle.com. You can join my newsletter and find me on other social media platforms through there. Until later, that finishes our journey through the Major Arcana that was done popcorn style. And I will be figuring out how to lead into the Minor Arcana cards. I won't be getting much into the reading process yet, because that is much more something that I like to teach one-on-one or in small groups, so that we can really talk it through. But talking about the energetics of the cards, I love doing that. So if you have any comments or thoughts, drop them below and we can start a little discussion. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.